you find out that you have to make a foundation repair. And the first thing, if not the first thing that you should do, is to figure out what caused the problem first. Because if you don't, you're just looking at future foundation repairs. But it's more than just figuring out what the problem is. It's a little more subtle than that. I want to make sure that you don't make this mistake. And a kind viewer reached out, left a wonderful comment that perfectly shows this. Here's the important part. They have an older home that needs foundation work. I had 3 of the top companies quote the work, and all of it averaged $22,000, all of the bids. They all urged me to address the problem reactively instead of preventative. The main issue is needed yard sloping and French drains. I spent $5,000 on dirt work and drainage, and now my crawl space is bone dry. Their solution was to install a sump pump while allowing the water to flow in. Ridiculous. Agreed. You should seriously, okay. In any case, thanks for the compliments. But the main part here, one of the problems is, how do you address the problem? Do you have the correct fix? This was phenomenal because it wasn't just saying, hey, here are the best contractors in the area and let's go with that. But to think twice, step back, try to figure out, does that solution make sense? As I've shared in a previous video, here are some options that may be even better solutions for your situation.
Do you need gutters? Improve drainage around the house. Is there improper slope leading all water towards the house foundation? Do trees need to be removed? Are sprinkler heads too close to your house and need to be redirected or moved further away? These sprinklers are too close to the house, causing foundation problems. Mortar is permeable, allowing water behind the stone veneer. Continuously wet from sprinklers throughout the day, the cardboard waterproofing behind this veneer will eventually soak into the wood frame of the wall.
He talked about French drains, and French Drain Man reached out last year. Totally love what he's sharing on his channel, explaining how to draw the water away from your house. And not only that, but he's at the top of the game inventing products that are keeping water, drawing water away from the house. You will learn a lot about French drains, especially to educate yourself when contractors are telling you to go a certain way and it just doesn't make sense to you. One of the main problems is our houses are always in motion with what is going on in the environment around. And water, controlling water, preventing it from coming in and keeping your house and the ground around it more stable, that's just an answer for better, just having less leaks in general. Actually, what you see here is collecting rainwater, harvesting rainwater for our gardens and citrus trees in the back. It also has the added benefit of this is 45 or 50 gallons that isn't just pouring on at it's a very terrible roof line where about 400 square feet comes down onto this edge right here and just pours down. And you can imagine the load of water that just pools underneath. And here in Arizona, we don't have a lot of gutters, at least not in the low desert of Arizona. It's on the to-do list, but do what you can. I mean, even this, something as lame as this, just to put a Band-Aid fix on something before you have a more permanent solution. But to identify what the problem is so that you're not creating a bigger problem if you're not able to do your repairs right away. You want to stabilize the foundation that your house is on. Let's not even let the water get into the house. Let's make sure that doesn't happen in the first place. So what was actually even better is the conversation that we continue to have. My house, even after all the snow last week and the melt, we are still dry under our house. But the signs inside the house are worsening more quickly. And I think it's due to the crawl space drying out. And I'm pretty confident I have additional repairs. This is subtle to not just address the problem, but leave some time in between solving the problem and then doing the secondary repairs. Figure out where your house is going to land. Let all of the movement in the soil even out, settle down, because you really don't want to go all gung-ho fixing things, all the cracks, whatever the secondary problems are, and find out later, oh, well, the house wasn't done settling, and then have to do more repairs. We just want this to be one and done. So perhaps leave it a few months, even a year perhaps. I don't really have an exact time.
I may not know, but French Drainman does. 2 years. He's been in the business for over 3 decades. When I reached out to Robert to make sure that he was okay with me including his videos that I included in this video, he responded that most of the settling around a home takes place within the first 2 years. Which makes sense because you go through the freeze-thaw cycle a couple times, or the wet and dry cycle. So once you're controlling the water around your home, directing it away from the house, then the level of activity will settle down.
Again, check out French Drain Man's channel. And if you have not, check out this video right here. It will explain everything that you could expect once you have repairs in progress, before, during, and after. Best of luck.